All in. Gates are back, and they fired away to a good start. Monumental's the first one to break, down by the river second. Supreme Dream races at his outside. Nat Jam locks in fourth, just ahead of Sudden Song, who races midfield and no more than 5 lengths off the leader. African Torrent and Harajuku are together. They've broken clear of Ignatius, who races with 2 behind. Pardenom totally switched off along with Prevalence, and they must be racing more than a dozen lengths off the leader. No shortage of pace here. They make their way towards the corner of the track, and in front, Monumental sets the pace by just over 1 length. Down by the river is second. Supreme Dream is off the bridle in third, just got kicked into gear. Then comes at the outside Sudden Song, who improved into fourth, just ahead of Nat Jam. Monumental's going further clear through the halfway stage. They followed further back by Harajuku, African Torrent. Then came Ignatius, Pardenom, one from last, and finally Prevalence. 16 lengths off the leader. 800 metres left to run, and Monumental's all on his own. He's in front by 5 lengths, and they're about to round the home turn. Then comes Down by the River, the head of the others in second. Sudden Song improved again into third. Supreme Dream dropped into fourth. Harajuku races alongside Nat Jam. Then comes African Torrent towards the inside of runners. Far side Pardenom, Ignatius. Then comes Prevalence. Towards the final 400 metres they go. Monumental retained a 3-length lead, but for the first time he's been asked a few questions. Down by the river, then comes Nat Jam, Harajuku. Prevalence gains a lot of ground. Prevalence is making a big move. Then Supreme Dream towards the inside, who's sticking around into the final 200 metres. Monumental. Supreme Dream suddenly found her stride. Supreme Dream got alongside Monumental. Then comes Nat Jam and Prevalence. Supreme Dream won it. Second goes the way of Nat Jam. Prevalence third. Monumental ended up fourth. So victory for Supreme Dream. Credit to Kabelo Matsunyane because he kept his cool. Look at the head carriage. She's looking to hang all over the place. She is hanging all over the place. But she's been able to put it all together and run down Monumental. Nat Jam in the blue and white colours. Honest run. The winning streak might be over, but honest all the same. Like I said, Prevalence, I like the turn of foot, but he didn't quite sustain it trying this trip for the first time. I'd say there's something to work with Prevalence, but it's going to be Supreme Dream who wins the finale. That's the end of day one of the Cape Summer Festival. What a day it's been. If we've learnt things today, imagine how things are going to look when we get into the marquee days. Till next time, good night.
Well done, Brett. Obviously, quite a strong hand here, but Supreme Dream's come through and she's really rounded the race off well.
Yeah, you know, Grant, she's a filly that she's had 2 runs that obviously her last start was a good run. She got beat 2 lengths the time before she needed a run badly over the mile. So the step up in trip is what she's been looking for. I thought Kabelo rode a great race on her today. She was hanging out a bit, but he did his best to get her going, and she actually ended up winning well. So very well done to Luke. I'm sure he'll be over the moon. He owns her own breeder, so I'm sure he'll be very pleased with that.
It's great to have those colours in the winners' enclosure once again as well, but she seemed to really like the strong pace up front.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't hanging around there, and I think that also made it a testing 1800, which definitely suited her.
2 wins in the day, well done.
Yeah, nice to be back and nice to have a double, so yeah, awesome.
Grant van Niekerk joining us here, ran second on Prevalence, great run.
Good run from where I was. I was out of my ground, but in saying that, they were going of quite a hard tempo up front, and I thought, at some point they're going to have to come back to us. But, I told you that this was literally, he was going out to win the race, and he just, I guess, he literally had to really get stuck into to run second there. But I feel like if he was just more honest, he would go through his run, but still a good run.
Grant, thank you very much for your time. Louis Mkoto has joined me, African Torrent, I thought cracking run.
Very good run, he had a good draw. Didn't know the horse that well. I would have liked to be a little bit closer. I didn't expect the pace to be that hasty. We won quite a bit of a pace in that race, but I mean, there were a couple of lightweights in the race, and they seemed to stay on. So today, he was a little bit, unaware of his surroundings around the turn. He kind of dropped a bit on me. But, the last 200, he really found himself. He balanced up nicely, and, he lengthened up nice. So I think a very good run. So next time, I think he's a horse to watch out.
Louis, thanks very much for your time. We can go have a cool drink now. It's Louis Mkoto rode African Torrent. Absolute cracker run, I thought.
It's been a special afternoon out here. Allywood Bets Kenilworth. We're going to close it off with Kabelo Matsunyane. Lovely to see him. Obviously, the Betway Summer Cup yesterday. You're back fresh to close it off today, Kabelo. They say it's not how you start, but it's how you finish.
Yes, they always say save best for last. And I'm grateful that I had a winner today. It's been a long day, and I'm glad it was a productive day.
take us through the race. They look to go decent fractions in the early parts. I know that you were just off the speed. You all dived together going through the 400, but nice acceleration, Tim.
Yes, you know, coming into the race, I knew I had a very lightweight, and when the tempo was high, the pace was honest, and I wasn't shy to get up there behind the speed and use my horse to her best. And coming into the straight, she gave me a bit of a hard time. She was looking to hang out the whole way. It was difficult to keep her straight, but I did my best to just try and get her to not break her momentum and get her to the line as strong as I could. And I mean, she did everything right today, and I'm glad that she's back in the winner's box.
Cabello, you've beaten a very nice horse, turned the form lines around with Natium. Natium obviously did have a bit more to do with the weights today, but I mean, from here, confidence boost always going to be a big plus?
Yes, today it was my horse's peak run. It's been the third run after a break, so I think today she was more fitter, and she appreciates the 18, even 2000, she can actually get it much better. So yeah, even with the weight, I had a weight advantage today, which worked out in my favor, and you know, she won a very impressive race.
Last word from you. Lovely to be back at Hollywoods Kenilworth. I know you're a man that travels all over the country. Your feelings, your thoughts. I thought it was an unbelievable day, just from your side.
Yes, I'm glad to be back at Kenilworth. It's been a nice scene, and with all the new improvements, making the place look very nice. It actually looks top notch, and we're happy with the initiative that Mr. Boss is taking to help racing, and obviously even Hollywoodbets doing all these improvements to the course. It's bringing in a lot of people, and the vibe was nice today, and I'm looking forward to the big meetings coming here.
Well done, Cabello.
Crawford team, big thanks to them. To my sponsors, Uniform, big thanks.
Thank you very much. It's Cabello Matsanyane. He'll end it off. Thank you to the entire team. It's really been a great day at Hollywoods Kenilworth. We've seen some wonderful performances. Slue for me was eye-catching. Green with Envy was eye-catching. And of the sprinter races, those baby races, I think we also need to watch some of those individuals going forward for the rest of the Cape Summer season. I'm going to get you back to the team to close it off. That's it from myself, Brandon. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of your week. And we'll be back for Phillies Guineas here at Hollywoods Kenilworth on 2nd of December.
Thank you very much, Brandon. Hollywood Moments. I'm standing here with Odwa. There's a winning groom. Tata, ngiyakubongela.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu nami. Well done. Sensitsho happy for unyaka ozawungena omtsha. Well done. Thanks for well done email yami.
A very delighted gentleman. Hollywood Moments. Vicky, over to you.
Thank you very much, Cabello. Lovely to hear. Very excited Oddworld with regards to his filly, number 6, Supreme Dream. A beautiful win from the daughter of Master of My Fate. Well done to Mr. Bales for owning and breeding this filly. As Cabello mentioned, she's not always the easiest, but she most certainly navigated the course well today, and Monumental by no means was disgraced. Neither were the other placed horses, but that most certainly, I thought Brandon Bailey wrapped it up beautifully in relation to all the horses today. Hlehlu was particularly impressive in the way that he came right from the back of the field, and a horse that I really liked. Pre-race, the sweating up was a little bit concerning, but once he stepped onto the course, he cooled down beautifully. But it has been a spectacular day. It's the new course, as Pippa mentioned. The good old dam's got a mojo back, and I think so does racing and all of us. So most certainly has been a wonderful day to be part of.